ever smile on, since I can't remember when.
So this is cool. Just as I decided I was the type of person who must have a dishwasher, my cousin gave me this dishwasher for free. Thanks, cuz. So, and it just so happens that it fits perfectly in what I call my vacant lot. Let's take a look at that. Here's the vacant lot. It's this spot that's just been sitting here waiting to have something in here. I was going to make it a closet. I was going to make it a wood heater. I was going to make it this. I was going to make it that. But it's going to be where the dishwasher goes. And the dishwasher fits perfectly in this area. I mean, perfectly. Well, at least we'll find out, huh? But before, or I guess we could say as I'm doing that, I'm going to do what I should have done here. This is where my shore power comes in, right here. It goes over here, under the sink here, to this. That's an auto transfer switch. You can barely see under the plumbing there. And also the output of my inverter also goes to the auto transfer switch. The auto transfer switch makes sure that they're not both running at the same time. So if I was to accidentally turn the inverter on when it was plugged into shore power, or vice versa, the switch will switch, it'll favor the shore power, so it would switch off the inverter if they were both connected. Now what I should have done, which I didn't, I should have run my battery charger off this circuit so that the battery charger will only run if the shore power is connected. And I didn't do that. That was a mistake that I made. So I'm going to do that now, and I'm going to use the circuit that was being used for the battery charger for the dishwasher. So let's check out my service box. Here's the service box. I've taken the front panel off it, but you can see the bus AC power comes in here, and I've got 3 circuits. This is for 30 amp. This would also work with a 50 amp service if I was so inclined, but I'm using it with a 30. And then you can see also my DC power comes in through here too, and these are fused. So what I'm going to do though is I'm going to run a wire from the shore power into here, put in another circuit breaker here, and so then I will have 2 sources of AC power in this service box. One, the bus AC, which is coming from either the inverter or the shore power, and 2, shore power only, so that circuit will be dead if I'm not plugged into shore power, and that is going to be my charging circuit. So, and then I forget which one of these, but one of these is dedicated to the battery charger. That will no longer be dedicated to the battery charger. This will go to the dishwasher. Then I've got one for the water heater and one for all the other outlets in the bus. Okay, so that's what's going to happen all at once. So that's as far as the electricity for the dishwasher, and then I'll run that, you know, down through this wall. I made this wall so it's somewhat removable. You can take the sink out and then just unscrew. These are kind of modular, and so I can run my wires and plumbing through there, and then I'll just tap off the hot water right here. Alright, so I'll show you what I got so far. There's the splice. This is for where my shore power comes in, and it's just behind the toilet, so I'm going to surface mount it, as you can see. And if you've ever watched anything of mine having to do with electrical, you know I love conduit. So I've got a conduit running here, and it goes into my service box over here. Now this is an RV service, specifically for RV use. It's dual 50 amp or 30 amp. Now as you can see, I've got it, I'm using it as 30 amp. That's 110 volts. A 50 amp service would be 220. And so I'm only using one leg, right? Because 220 is going to have 2 hot wires. 110 is going to have 1. So this rail down here is for the 220. And it was just sitting there going to waste. And so what I've done is I've run my shore power to the bottom leg of the 220 service. So I'm just kind of just using this leg that was just sitting there not doing anything. And I need two of these there because the first one serves as the main. So you can see the power comes from the shore power. It goes into this one here. And that serves as the main, even though it's a 15 amp breaker. But that'll energize this leg here, this rail here. And then this one here is actually the power for the battery charger. And so I just moved it. The battery charger was plugged in right there, which now is vacant. So I moved the battery charger down here, so the battery charger can only be on if the shore power is hooked up. So, okay, so that's what, now that freed this one up here. This one's going to go to my dishwasher. Okay, so let's take a look at that, which is what I'm really trying to do here. So the power for the dishwasher I haven't hooked up yet, but it's coming out here, and this one's going to hook up to this breaker here. It's coming out here, and so this is going to wire into the dishwasher. The dishwasher drain is over here, and what I did was I tapped in. Let's take a look there. I had a vent here with a one-way valve to vent the drain tied into the vent with a T. This valve's going to go back on here. The dishwasher drain comes down this way. And then now what I'm going to do for the water is I'm going to tap into my sink, hot water sink here. I'm going to put a T in here and run a water line down into the dishwasher area. So that's the next thing I'm going to do, and we'll see what that looks like. So here's how this is turning out at the dishwasher, and kind of half in here. I didn't have the installation manual for this, and so I just kind of located everything where it was convenient to locate it, and I barely got this one in here. The water barely fit, and it's kind of going backwards, because if I go the other way it's going to hit the dishwasher, but it looks like it's going to work. This is the drain over here. Right there's the drain. There's the water intake. The electrical, I'm about to connect the electrical. See that conduit right there is the electrical connection. So here's my hot water here. I just put a T on the hot water, and you know, it's under the sink behind the toilet. I didn't try to run it behind the wall. You know, I could have taken this off, but I really don't care. It's in the bathroom, you know, it's fine. But then here I did run it through the wall right there. Comes up through here and goes into the patch panel there, and then I just ran it to here. So that's the hot water and the drain. I tied into my vent here. It goes down to the holding tank. And then I will hook up this to the other circuit that I took off the battery charger, which now can only go on if it's hooked into shore power. So I'm anyway about to hook up the electrical, and let's fire the baby up. I got a whole load full of dishes here in the sink, just itching to be washed in the new dishwasher. Okay, well there we go. I still need to build a frame for it because it's very loose, but I will do that tomorrow. But right now, what I want to do is turn it on and wash the load of dishes in there. Cross your fingers. Oh, is there any sweeter sound than that? It's working. Woohoo! Alright. Well, next I bought some wood to make a frame. Frame this in. Obviously I'm kind of doing it bass backwards. Normally you'd have a cabinet and install this into the cabinet. I installed this and building the cabinet into it. That's the way I roll, man. Backwards. Well, you can see this is yet to be finished, but at least it's tacked into place now. Very solid. So I pretty much just made this frame here and attached it to the wall and then attached it to the dishwasher. So I'm not really sure what I'm going to do here because it's a little awkward, but what I've been looking for is a cutting board or something like that at Goodwill. Put across here and then it'll have to attach into the wall here somehow. It's good enough for now. And I'm loving this dishwasher. So anyway, I guess that's it for this time. Thanks for watching, and I hope you guys have a good one. Catch you later.